Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Realms of Conflict. I'm here with Alex.
Hello.
And we're going to bring you a 3-game series of Realms of Conflict. So you can see this every 2 weeks, and this is going to be a linked set of battles. So we're actually going to use the Triumph table in Age of Sigmar. And we're going to do the first 3 games from the quest for Ghal Maraz. Now the first one is called The Cursed City, and this is the beginning of the quest to find Ghal Maraz, where the Stormcast Eternals are trying to purify and basically clean out all the monsters and terrible things in a giant cursed city. Now unfortunately, the dead residents of the city have other ideas and may occasionally try and attack both sides. So let's take a look at the armies we're bringing. We're going to do 50 wounds for our first game this week. The game 2 weeks from now will be 75 wounds, and then our final game in the series will be 100 wounds. And we'll take a look at the table and the mission setup, walk you through the battle plan, and we'll get started. So here's the Cursed City. The Cursed City is a pretty interesting mission. There's an invader and an ambusher. So the ambusher is the one who is basically lurking in the ruins. The invader is the one trying to cleanse it. You get 2 new command abilities. The invader can desperately redeploy. So during the hero phase, either the general himself or a unit within 6 inches can move D6 inches. So it's like you get to run in the hero phase, and of course that means you can charge afterwards because it's not actually a run move. Whereas the ambusher's command ability, Rapid Assault, he can pick 3 units within 18 inches of your general, driven by crazy assurances of glory or outright threats. They can run and charge in the same phase. That one's actually pretty huge too. Now, the battlefield set up with a bubble. So the invaders are set up in an 18-inch bubble, starting in the center of the table. And then the rest of the ambushers can deploy anywhere on the table, basically not within 12 of the... Sorry, not within 9 of the units in the invading army. Now, you also have to set up a Monument of the Slain. And the Monument of the Slain, it gets put on the table at least 12 inches away from the invader's army. And it's malevolent. And what that means is the malevolent thing, roll a dice in each of your hero phase for every unit within 6. On a roll of 1, they just take D3 mortal wounds, because ghosts eat them. So you don't want to have that monument be something that your general potentially or your valuable units are standing next to. The first turn, the ambusher decides who gets to go first, and then at the end of each turn, take 1 dice for every 5 models that were slain during the turn. Split these dice equally between 2 players, and any remainder goes to the player whose turn it is. Starting with the player whose turn it is, players alternate picking an enemy unit and rolling a dice. If the result is equal to or less than the number of models in that unit, they take D3 mortal wounds. So one-man units like heroes basically just take D3 mortal wounds on a 2+, because you send ghosts after them. So for every 5 models that die during the game, more and more ghosts get summoned to the table because guys are dying. And then finally, if the invading player's general or priest within his army is within 6 of the Monument of the Slain, you can attempt to reason with the dead. On a 4+, they get heard. Until the invading player's next hero phase, when you're resolving summon to slaughter rule, the dice are not split and you take them all. So if you go to the monument and talk to them, you can basically have all of the ghosts fight for you for 1 turn. In victory conditions, don't use the normal ones, basically. If 3/4 of the invading starting models have been slain at the end of the battle round, you get a major victory. So you've got how many models? You've got
5, 10, 15, 21.
21. So 3/4 would be down to 5, basically. So if you have 5 models left, I'll just get a major victory. If half the ambusher starting models have been slain at the end of any battle round, you get a major victory. So I've only got, oh man, not very many. Looks like 11. So if you kill 6 guys, you just win the game. Are no minor conditions. If anything else happens, it's a draw. So my 50 wounds of ambushers, I have a 5-man unit of, just regular Ogre Bulls. I have a 4-man unit of Ogre Iron Guts. I have a Tyrant with a great weapon, and I have a Butcher as well, a Mage. So that is my 50 wounds ambushing force, ambushing these pesky Stormcast. Here I am outnumbered by Stormcast. We have 10 Liberators in 2 units of 5. We have a 5-man unit of good old Judicators. We have a Celestin on foot, and a 5-man unit of Retributors with a Star Mace. So there is 50 wounds worth of Stormcast. And here's our table set up for the Cursed City. You can see we've used this great cobblestone mat from urbanmats.com with a Z, not with an S. And we've set up all this great scenery from Homebrewed Worlds. So we have a nice ruined city here. We've rolled for all the terrain already. So we've got Arcane, Sinister, Deadly, Sinister, Inspiring, Arcane, Mystical, Sinister. Everything Sinister, which makes sense for a cursed, scary city full of ghosts. And now you'll get to pick your deployment zone and deploy everybody in an 18-inch bubble from that center point. So which of the 2 long sides would you like to deploy in?
This side, because I don't have to walk around the table.
All right, so you're going to deploy your army, and then we will put down the shrine, the malevolent shrine, and then we will deploy my army and get started. Here we are set up. We've got in the center there the invading force, the Lord Celestin with his retributors, his liberators, judicators, and other liberators. We have the butcher and the tyrant here, 9 inches away, prepping for their charge, as well as a unit of iron guts on the flank. And then splitting the army in half, we have the unit of bulls hanging out the other flank, ready to divide and conquer, hopefully, and allow these units to not mutually support each other. Shrine is right here, the malevolent shrine. I didn't want to put it too far away. I mean, you could just put it in the corner if you want to, but I wanted to give Alex a chance to get to it with Lord Celestin if he wants to go and try and reason with the ghosts.
And more.
All right, so the ghosts are launched. I get to choose who gets the first turn as the ambusher, and I think I'm going to choose me, because why wouldn't I choose me? Because I'm going to go get some work done. Roll for a big name for my general. The only thing I don't want to roll here is a 5, which means I'm going to roll a 5. Because if I roll a 5, he gets bonuses against monsters, and there's no monsters on the table.
1.
No, I rolled a 1. I just realized tyrants have 8 wounds to start, not 7, so I'm actually over 2 wounds, well, 1 wound right now. So I'm going to drop one of my bulls and take a kitty, who I will just deploy to guard this thing. He might explode if he guards this thing. He's going to hide behind this wall. Hero phase, we are going to activate, let's say Mo. We're going to give these guys Inspiring Presence. And then we're going to put Mystic Shield on them on a 6+. That's going to go off with an 8. Do you have anyone who can unbind spells? Nope. Okay. So movement phase, we're going to have Mr. Tyrant move exactly 3 inches away, because that's how he does. We're going to have Mr. Butcher also move exactly 3 inches away, so he'll move to beside his buddy. We're going to have the Iron Guts move up. They're going to go 6 and just end their move 3 from ye old Retributors. And then the Bulls doing much the same thing. And if we get lucky and we're able to charge the Judicators, we will. There we are, moved in. I have no shooting phase because my lead belchers wouldn't fit into 50 wounds, so we're going to charge. 3+ for my general. He's going to make it with a 6. He's going to go charge this fella right like so. My butcher will also make it with an 8, charging to there. Iron Guts, they're going to go 6 this turn, which is more than enough to bring them into the Retributor unit. See if we get a big charge here. And they're going to go 8, which might be enough to get them Judicators. And that's lots. So in we go.
So charge your...
All right, so with that done, we're going to go right to combat, and I'm going to do the Iron Guts first. So these guys are going to pile in. And whoops, pile in. Just to make sure they can all make their attack. So 3 attacks each, +1 for the Gut Lord is going to mean 13 attacks, 4s and 3s. So 4s to hit. 1s, 2s, and 3s go away. And then 3s to wound, -1 rend. That's going to be 6 wounds, 5+. 5s, we need some 5s here.
All 5s.
That was pretty good. So 3, so that's 9 damage total after you get to swing. All right, so keeping the mace alive because it auto hits, and
yes.
the prime. So you get to pile on your prime and swing away. 3 mortal wounds with the mace, because why not? That's going to be 2. This fella's got 2 wounds left.
All 6s.
And then...
all 6s. No.
This guy's going to explode, and then I have to make 1 save at -1 rend, and that will be on a 4 because of my Mystic Shield. We're good. So the guy with 2 wounds left is going to die. So I'm going to get to the Tyrant now. He's going to swing. He's got 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, -2 rend. So 3s, there's 3 hits. 2 will miss. Wounding on 3s. 2. All right, so 2 saves at -2. That means you need 6s, but you reroll 1s because your Sigmar War Shields. You roll the 1, get a 6. Nope. So that's 3 damage. 3 guys will get pasted. Adjudicators piling in. And swinging away. 10 attacks from these fellas, hitting on 3s from their swords. And then wounded on 4s. 3, 4+ saves. Sorry, 5+ saves. Now, I have Iron Fists, which means on a roll of 6, though, you take a mortal wound as I parry it back at you. So, Sucker Punches! No, but I make 2 and fail 1. He's got 3 wounds left. Butcher's no longer engaged. That's at a 3, so he doesn't get to swing anymore. But these guys will, so they're going to pile in. 13 dice, hitting on 4s, because Ogors. 1s, 2s, and 3s go away. Not tremendous. And then winning on 3s, but I can reroll 1s because of Bull Charge. There's 2 1s, 3s. There's 5 wounds, no rend. No rend though, 4+. So that's 4 saves. So no, you made 6 saves. You need to make 5 saves. You grab extra dice. That's okay. Do it again so maybe you don't lose many guys. 4s. That's better. Only 3 this time. Damage 2 each. That's 3 guys pulled off. So activating them, he's actually going to not pile in because if he does, it's going to pull my butcher into the combat. And that'll be the last combat for the round. They're immune to battle shock, which means I don't have to make a battle shock test here at the start of the first battle round, or sorry, the start of the first turn. But your Retributors and your Liberators and your Judicators are not. So, battle shock test for the Retributors. They are Courage 7. Okay, -1 for my Bellowa for being in combat. So d6 plus 3. That's gonna be 6. They're fine. They're Courage 6, I believe.
No, I think they're all 7.
So yeah, Bravery 5 because of my fear. Oh no, wait, sorry. I'm not sinister. I didn't start within 3. Actually, you're sinister. So, Bravery 6. Uh-oh, plus 3 is 9. So those 2 guys take off. All right, and then the Judicators, also Bravery 6, I think. They've lost 3. So you are going to have 7 total, so 1 more guy. We're at the bottom of the battle round. Kill 4 guys, you win. Command ability, giving +1 to hit with his Lord Celestant. Liberator's turning around, getting within 3, or just outside of 3 rather.
Celestant. Learning this way.
All right, so movement phase over. Gonna shoot some hammers.
D6 hammers. 2.
2. Who's it going into?
It's going to go into
The
this unit here.
That unit, okay.
And 2 more wounds.
Okay, so 1 guy's down to 1. Gator point blank in his arrow. It's D6 shots if it hits. Hits, because he's the prime, so D6 is going to be 3 on 4s. Sorry, 3s rather. So 1 plus for him to save it. He did 5 plus, but I rolled a 5. Is there a rend?
Yep.
Then it was a 6 and I'm actually dead. These guys only have a 5 plus save normally. I keep forgetting they're not Iron Guts. So charging time. Liberator's going to charge. They get to go 6, which is lots of room. So they're at the end of their charge. And who else is charging?
Lord Celestant.
Okay, he gets to go how far? He's going to go 8, so he has lots of room to go into either unit. And he's going to fly around to go fight the champion in the ogre unit. So swinging first, he's deciding to swing with the Retributors. So your Thunder Mace.
Gonna do D3. It's gonna do 3 mortal wounds.
1 wound left on something. On the Bellower, on the standard actually.
Oh, crap, I should have left him here because then they would have still been in coherency because they're not within 9.
So 3 attacks from the prime, 2 mortal wounds automatically. He's going to kill a guy, and then 1 more hit, which doesn't wound. So he'll have 3 wounds left on the belt. Forgetting completely that we had ghosts last turn. We have 1 dice each actually to sick ghosts on people. We'll do that right now. You can pick any unit. Now this unit would have had 3 guys left in it, and that one would have had 4 guys left in it. So if you want to do them, it'll be on a 5+ you get to ghost them. Now if you do it on one of my other units, it would be a 4+ here, or a 2+ on my heroes. You might want to do, and you're forgetting about it, I'm going to remind you, is do a 2+ on my cat. Because you might just kill the cat with the ghosts.
Oh my gosh, I can't even see him.
I know, he's behind a wall over here. So I would say do 2+ on the cat because you're a much better chance of killing him in one go. So 2+, you'll get the ghosts on him. You do, and it's D3 mortal wounds. He's dead. All right, and then I am going to try and ghost murder your Retributors. I don't think I can kill them. I can't kill them in one go, but I don't even. I roll a 1. So with that all done, now we can go on to combats and start slaying some dudes. You've finished your Retributors swinging on my Iron Guts, so I'm going to do my bulls. So these 2 will put their attacks into the the Liberators, because they can. So it's going to be 6 attacks, hitting on 4s, winning on 3s. They're not charging this turn, so they don't reroll 1s. They hit once. Good job, fellas. Winning on 3. Make a save. No rend.
I believe in you. 4 up. Oh, no.
So 1 guy gets beat.
Damage 2.
Damage 2, that's right. And then this fella is going to swing into your Lord your Lord Celestin. He's got 3 attacks. He's a champion. Hitting on 4s. Wounded on 3s. 1 wound. No rend. So 3+ armor, damage 2. Oh, 3 wounds left. All done. So you've got these 3 units left, actually. You have the Judicator, the Retributors, and the Celestins.
I'm going to go Celestin into the bulls.
All right. 5 sword attacks. 2s to hit. And then 3s to wound. There's 4 wounds. What's the rend?
-1.
All right, 6+ saves here. Come on, 6s. Not a 1. So that's going to be 1 dead guy. Exactly. So we'll take the bellow. And it's hammer time. 3 attacks. So hitting on 2s or hitting on 3s?
Hitting on 3s.
Okay. All hits. And wounding on
3s.
All right. Any rend?
-1, I believe.
Right,
Sorry, no rend.
No rend, okay. So 5s, and I bounce back with mortal wounds. If I drop trip 6s here, I kill you. Let's do it. Yahtzee! Yahtzee! I get 1 back on you. So you take 1 mortal wound, and I take 2. All right, over to you. You got all kinds of... Actually... Oh, it's me. That's right. I got my Iron Guts left. They still haven't gone. 7 attacks, hitting on 4s. Good, good. And then wounding on 3s. It's going to be 3, 4. -1 rend. 4, 5 pluses.
All 5s.
Do it.
No, not even one of them's a 5.
They get made an example of. Either one of us kill 1 more guy, the game ends. So 8 attacks. Is there a prime in there? There should be. 3s because of Lord Celestin's command ability. 1s and 2s go away. And then wounding on 3s because we got hammers, that's right. All? Yes, 7 saves. Now if I roll 2 6s and don't die, wow. If I fail to, but also roll 2 6s, the game immediately ends in a draw because we both hit our damage thresholds. This is gonna be hilarious if this happens. Here we go. 6s. Nope, but I do die, and that's going to win you the game. All right, so with Alex winning, that means he can roll on the triumph table for his general for the next game. Now, for our next game, we have to include the armies from this game, plus we get an additional 25 wounds that we're going to get to add. So, rolling for your general, let's see what your triumph was for beating up on me. You can roll your dice too, it doesn't matter to me. 4, it's going to be inspired. You can reroll all of your failed to hit rolls for one of the units in your army in 1 combat phase. So once per game, you can reroll everything. All right, so there we go. Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory like I always do. I managed to remind him that there was a dog behind a wall, and that cost me a game. but such as that's good. It is good sportsmanship. You're right. No, it's good sportsmanship. And it also shows that even if you get like cripplingly charged in the ambush mission, in the ambush part of the cursed city, you can come back. Actually, it ends up being a big brawl, and I was hoping I'd split his army in half enough, but I got greedy and I went for the Judicators early because I didn't want them just shooting into combats and stuff. And that meant that even though I was trying to divide his forces up, it ended up he was able to center like 3 units on me at the end of the game. So. It was a 1-round game, ending in a victory for the Stormcast. But that's actually pretty common in Age of Sigmar when you're playing a small game. When you're playing with only like 50 wounds, the combats are so brutal and they happen so fast. And actually, you lost a bunch of stuff to morale too. You lost like 3 guys to morale at least.
I lost that full unit of Liberators after they got smushed there.
Two guys ran away from that, which is not common either. Liberators do not usually run away. And so that was an effect too. When you're losing models in the win condition, is if you get below a certain threshold of models, having your morale get janky is rough as well. Now I played this mission on the other end, actually against Gwyn, where she had her Skaven and Chaos Warriors against I think it was my Ogres that time too. And I was actually getting ambushed. And it was rough. Like, it was super rough getting ambushed, but it was, again, a super close game, just like this one was. So thanks again for watching. In 2 weeks, you can see our next round as the Stormcast push deeper into the city and Alex's Lord Celestin tries to make an example of my Ogre tribe. We'll see if I can pull this next one off. It'll be the second mission from the quest for Ghal Maraz. Until then, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Ash's Alex. Have a good one.